Oh, hallelujah, Jesus. Iran. Another story that's actually Iran's getting crazier and crazier. I don't know, maybe it's because they're getting threatened, and so they don't want any kind of internal dissent. Internal dissent consists of practicing Christianity, or actually converting to Christianity. That's the major sin, because when you convert to another religion, you're against the state, you're against Iran's Revolutionary Guard. So, looks like, 5 Christians were put on trial for their faith for going to like home churches, and actually they were practicing home churches because they can't go to regular church because the Revolutionary Guard will get them. So to all the Neville Chamberlains out there in the world, Iran is worse than Adolf Hitler. Yeah, they are. They are. Peace, peace, peace. Anyway, judging from recent cases, it is likely that these 5 Christians, at the very least, they're going to face lengthy prison sentences for doing what? They were affecting the security of Iran. They were practicing their faith in a house, in private. So the goons had to come in here, just like the Department of Homeland Security. So the crackdown against Christian converts in house churches parallels a general increase of repression against many, including journalists, religious, and cultural minorities, and others in the government, is leading up to June's presidential elections. Now, here, Iran captured a drone. They can copy some of our drones, and they can institute a policy just like the Department of Homeland Security, have drone strikes against Christians practicing Christianity in a home. Now, that's really good. So, Iran is a very freedom-loving state, peace-loving, and the Revolutionary Guard will never do anything wrong. Bullshit. There has been a noticeable increase in the harassment, arrest, trials, and imprisonments of converts to Christianity, particularly since the beginning of 2012. Any movement that differs from or offers an alternative to Orthodox Shia Islam, and just like they're going to nuke each other all over there between Shia and Sunni, watch. Any person who chooses to follow an alternative belief system, the Baha'i faith is another one which I'm very familiar with, is interpreted as a challenge to the very state itself. So what the hell's the difference between Lenin, communism with Lenin, and Iran? Nothing. If you don't practice the state faith, it could be communism or it could be Shia Islam or whatever the hell it is. If you don't practice the state faith, you're a threat. You're a threat. They expect total obedience. The underground church network has been growing in Iran as a place where converts from Islam to Christianity can pray, as they are forbidden. They can't attend services at formal churches, so they're doing it in hiding, and they're still going after them. Like I said, they're probably going to take our drone that they captured, dismantle it, and they'll use it against Christians inside their country. Now, I know they don't go after Jews in their country. You know why? Because Israel will freaking blast the shit out of them, okay? That's one reason you got to have strength, and that's one reason you got to have guns, and that's one reason Israel's got to have a bunch of nukes, too. And I don't really give a damn if they have nukes, because they really, they ain't nuked nobody yet, right? So, it's only in self-defense. So I don't know what Iran's trying to do here. So arrests made on, which they're really doing, is arrests made on Christian converts among the international case of Nadark Hani, held for almost 3 years on charges of apostasy, and more recently, American pastor Abedini, who is currently serving an 8-year sentence for evangelizing and threatening national security. So when they talk God, and it's not the way they're God, it's against national security. Neville Chamberlain, don't you understand this? Don't you understand this? These guys aren't about peace. Holy shit, really? Look at what they're doing right in their own country. They're going to do this to other countries? Yeah, they will. House churches are growing because the converts have nowhere else to go. So, if it's a threat to national security that somebody practices some religion in their own house, isn't it a threat to their national security that there are other religions outside that are in other countries, like Sunni Muslims or Christians in other countries? Sure it is. Wait till they get the strength, man. Wait till they get the strength. Conversion is not acceptable. You have to be part of the state. You have to be part of the Shia Islamic State. This is where I differ, because my common sense is something else, totally. If Iran had hundreds of nukes, we'd already be crispy fried. because we're infidels. You know, they're not going out there getting nukes because, you know, it's electricity. They're just sitting on like way over 100 years worth of electricity power, electrical power, in the form of natural gas and crude oil. They'd be the last country on the earth to freaking run out of electricity. Plus, they can use thorium reactors, which have no weapons-grade plutonium made from them, and are a lot safer in India. Their trading partner has tons of thorium, plenty of it. It's one of the largest thorium reserves in the whole world. So, you know, they got 20 years worth of uranium if they're lucky. You know, so they got over 100 years worth of crude oil and natural gas. Are they built making electricity? No. But, you know, oh yeah, maybe they should have the right to you know, have nuclear weapons. Sure. But aren't they, isn't it like plain and obvious that's upsetting the crap out of Israel? Is that actually helping tensions in the Middle East? It's helping to escalate them, obviously. So what are they trying to do? And then obviously if they get them, aren't the Sunni Muslims going to have them too? And then what's going to happen anyway? Damn war, right? Some terrorist will blow up something someplace. And, you know, even if Israel wasn't there, there'd be a war uprising someplace. So, you know, I could see plain as day what's going on. Actually, to tell you the truth, the Nazis didn't even do this kind of stuff. The Nazis didn't persecute Christians. They persecuted Jews. And actually, they didn't do it till later on, till, like, you know, the war was going on. They really start going after them a lot more. But not, you know, they, you know, already Iran is doing this. They're getting worse and worse. And since I'm familiar with the Baha'i faith, what's going on with them, that was actually, they accepted Muhammad as a prophet, but they accepted Jesus, and there was a little bit more liberal about who they accepted. Oh, the Iranian clerics hate them. They were freaking imprisoning them. They had to get out of the country. That's why they were in the United States. And if you look at the Rabbini Trust, that's one of the ones that keeps the Baha'i faith together. So, I don't know, man. You know, I don't know what the hell they're convinced, because, you know, there's a lot of propaganda out there on YouTube that Iran is this benign, loving freaking place, and yeah, that's their country. This shit. You know, they're not getting nuclear weapons for no reason, and that ain't nuclear energy. No way in hell. No way in hell. That's nuclear weapons they're going balls to the wall for, pissing everybody off. And, yeah, see, why shouldn't they have them? Why? Because they're going to kill you, that's why. And I don't give a damn if they didn't do it in 100 years or not. They're going to do it. Because this regime is a bunch of kooks. Yeah, they had some really good Iranian leaders way back in the past, but right now what's running Iran, they ain't good. That's all I got to say. So, it's my 2 cents. I think a lot of people get pissed off at it. But, hey, man, this is just really how it is. These guys are screwed up. Man, it's like worse than the Nazis. And, you know, we got a bunch of Neville Chamberlain saying, oh, they're peaceful. They're not peaceful. They're not peaceful. They're up to no damn good. I know the deal. Like, you know, Israel has got a lot of clout in the United States, and they're affecting U.S. policy. But I don't know. The reality is Iran's screwed up. The leaders in Iran are screwed up, not the Iranians. It's got a very proud old culture, and they're good people. But the clerics in Iran are screwed up. They don't let any deviation from their way of thinking, and they want total servitude to them. That's why they feel threatened about a Christian practicing some kind of religion in their own house. What do you think's going on there? Why do they feel threatened? It's like, that reminds me of communists and Lenin. You know, you can't have Christianity because the state comes first. Well, the state comes first in Iran too. It's a different kind of religion. One calls it communism, one calls it Shia Islam. You know, they're forcing it on you. Once they force it on you, it ain't religion. It's a state operation.